So for me, EOH has been doing this challenge for the last 2 years, and I wanted to be a part of it. I think until you experience something and experience what it's like sitting in a chair, you don't actually know what it's like for someone in a wheelchair.
It brings you back to reality. It makes you realize that life isn't the same as you perceive it in your own world. You suddenly put in a wheelchair, you have to be restricted, you have to battle getting in and out buildings. Going to the toilet is quite interesting, and people using the disabled toilet when they're not disabled. You don't think about that when you are just going about your normal life, and I just think it's really good for people to just catch a dose of reality, to understand how many other people have to live.
People seeing me in a wheelchair, they immediately look at you a bit differently and see the wheelchair more than they see you. So that's been an interesting experience. But then on the other side, people are actually really helpful and want to assist when you're battling to maneuver or get around. And so it's been really nice to also experience that in terms of people coming and being helpful in the process. And the last interesting thing for me was today we had a meeting which was on the first floor. We don't have lift access, so I couldn't join that meeting physically with the team, but one of the members did come and sit downstairs with me, so I didn't feel excluded. So it's also interesting from a exclusion perspective how easy it is to feel excluded just because you can't get to a specific meeting room. So that was also another different experience for me.
Everything's just a little bit harder, getting in and out of rooms, making space for your desk, getting through doors. It's quite difficult because doors aren't wide enough for a wheelchair. And then, getting up and down ramps is actually quite difficult. It's not as easy. The maths behind turning and positioning yourself and everything is quite a lot of fun. I suppose the good thing about it is wheelchairs are actually quite comfortable compared to some boardroom chairs, so that's the upside.
Our building is supposedly wheelchair friendly on the ground floor, but it actually hasn't been like that. Just in terms of basic things like getting through doors into rooms, it's pretty narrow in terms of that. We've got a wheelchair friendly bathroom, but it's virtually impossible to get into that without any help. And so for me, it's really been a good experience to experience it firsthand in terms of what it actually feels like.
One is we've made a donation, and it's part of the wheelchair experience. You make a donation to be part of this drive. Two is we've actually donated a wheelchair. We've actually bought a brand new wheelchair that will go to the house and be allocated to one of their 300 people they look after. And the third thing is obviously the awareness. We will make sure that we're part of the challenge, that we challenge our partners, that we put it on our social media just to create awareness for the great work that Little Eden is actually doing for people who really struggle through life and were born a lot less fortunate than most of us.